What's up? This is Disco coming from Lost Weekend VIII, Day 3, reviewing movie number 1, the documentary Supergirl. Supergirl is a documentary about a young lady, 11 years old, and she is a power lifter. She's a world record holding power lifter from lifting 215 pounds at 95 pounds, 94 pounds. Oh, that was the record? I thought it was 215. Okay, 236 pounds. A lot more than I weigh and a lot more than I can lift, basically. And it was a really, it was a captivating documentary. The subject matter, the little girl herself, her personality, her relationship with her family, that dynamic, and their support of her being in this sport, and going by the audience's reactions and the conversations that have been had since the film, it does spark a conversation and raise some questions and discussions regarding, firstly, like the safety of the child, the motivations of the parents, and whether or not it is exploitative to the child. And while I may not share those sentiments, I do find it interesting, being a father myself of a little girl who is and has been in dance because of family tradition, and how that affects her and my relationship with her, with wanting to support her, but also having her understand that if she doesn't want to do it, she doesn't have to do it, and to not feel any pressure from family or tradition. But it's a very interesting thing, and then because it's dealing with a family and their child, it's a personal story about personal decisions that I may or may not understand, because I don't live their life, and I'm not into that sport, and so I don't know all of the ups and downs that are inherent in that, so I can't make any particular comment on whether or not I think what they're doing is right or wrong. But I do think it's fascinating, first and foremost, to see just what the human body can do. Whether it's appropriate for her age is, for me, is not of concern. I'm just I'm always fascinated to witness humans do extraordinary things. And one can look at it as, it's an extraordinary thing because of what she's doing physically with her body. But at the end of the day, I think it has to start with the extraordinary thing that's happening with her mind and her mental capacity to be able to push her body to do those physical feats. So it's fascinating, basically. And so I hope that this film gets wide release soon, because I do recommend checking it out. I've seen a bunch of documentaries within like the last 10 to 15 days, just having come off of Fantastic Fest and now jumping into Lost Weekend, and they're playing several at Lost Weekend just by itself. So this was one of the most interesting and rewarding documentaries that I've seen. It's very, very good. Very good film that looks at a very interesting and phenomenal little girl. So I highly recommend it. Check it out if you can. For all things Lost Weekend VIII, follow us at ITMODcast on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and follow the Alamo at Alamo Winchester on Instagram and Twitter as well. And we'll be back with more recaps. So stay tuned for more Lost Weekend VIII coverage. Disco out.